I just pushed the button. I don't know if it's working.
This thing on?
This thing on? Tick, 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 tick. Hey, what is up? Mike B, a.k.a. the Drone Ranger. Matt Cundiff in the house. Let's see, who else do we got out there? We got Michael Wright out there. So I'm gonna confess to you guys, I was woefully unprepared for tonight's show. I had 3 video shoots this week, had a really weird thing happen at my house, moved offices, and I know excuses are excuses, but was very close to calling it and not doing this thing. But my buddy Scott showed up.
And I'm here.
And he was like, hey man, let's do it. Let's just make it a good old fashioned, sit on the front porch, drink a few electric jellyfish, and just say what's up to everybody. So first of all, we're using my phone, so if the sound is really bad, let me know. Just say in the chat if you can hear okay. And second of all, this is Scott.
Hi.
So Scott's been the person who ran the AV for us and the camera, the stage, lights, all that stuff at the first 2 spin-ups. And then last year was at spin-up virtually. Hey, what is up, Bill? Thank you for the super chat on First Friday. Always makes me feel a little better that I did this. I really appreciate that. It's been quite a week. Yes, and Sunrise Water Media. Scott might actually join us tomorrow. So if we're going to go face the Red Devils, you don't know about the Red Devils yet.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to tell you all about them. Anyway, Sunrise Water Media. Hey, Brad, thank you for sending me that package this week. I received it. I think I posted something on Instagram about it, but Brad printed these really cool cork coasters, which we could actually use right now, but they're at my house. But they're coasters, and they have the Ready Set Drone logo.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, super cool. Scott's been at every spin-up so far. He'll probably be at the next one.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Absolutely.
And Scott has been flying, what did you have, a unique Typhoon?
Yeah, and then I got the Mantis as well.
Okay,
yeah.
So you're a unique guy.
That's what they say, yeah.
And how did those things work out?
It's pretty good, actually. I mean, for me as a beginner, like not wanting to spend money on DJI, it was pretty good.
Didn't you crash the Unique into a wall or something?
I crashed it. I was shooting an event, and I was trying to get this really cool shot of like coming down from the truss underneath the lights, and it hit the truss and just broke into a million pieces when it hit the floor. Yeah.
Dang.
But I'm trying to fix it though. I got to work on my soldering skills though.
Well, now this guy's got the FPV bug. He had a Tiny Hawk Freestyle until what happened?
Well, I was flying it in the field 2 days ago, and then just kind of got out of control, and it just went into a pasture, and I lost it on somebody's property. So, yeah, and I'm discovering that like half of like learning FPV is just searching for your drone.
That's right. That's right. Scott's also he's been a rock and roll guy, and thank you, Joe Blaylock. Yes, pay it forward for Mother's Day. Got to say, God bless the mother. Here's to our mothers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I was just telling Scott, my mother has a superpower, and that is knowing exactly the wrong time to call. Because she called me like 5 minutes ago as we were getting ready for this, and I was like, Mom, I'm freaking out here. Anyway, thank you, Joe Blaylock. Much appreciated. And Ken Herron.
Ken Herron, there he is.
What is up? Super chat, $5 if Scott undoes his man bun.
Oh, you want to see that? All right. It's going to be crazy, y'all.
Yes. Another $5 coming from Ken Herron right now. Awesome. Hey, Doc Murdoch's in the house. So, again, I had 3 video shoots this week. We moved offices. We're sitting outside of my new office. I'm about to go show it to you inside. But another thing that happened, very weird. I get a call from my wife. This is actually really bizarre. Somebody killed themselves in front of my house on Thursday, yesterday. And I'm not kidding. In a car was parked there. I drove past it in the morning. I guess they had done it the night before. Yeah. Don't know who it was. The cops show up. I mean, just really, really bizarre week.
Yeah, man, you had a weird week for sure.
And there you go. Thank you, Ken Herron. That cheers me up. But then Scott one-ups me with that story.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, somebody was murdered at my place, but like...
And neither of us is joking. His place, he lived in like a fourplex, right? Or apartments?
It's over on the east side. Like,
Yeah. So, anyway, be careful out there, guys.
For sure.
Lots of crazy stuff going on. So what we're going to do tonight, Scott and I are going to talk a little bit about FPV. He is learning how to fly, and Ken, thank you again. He'll put it back in if you give us another $5. Oh, he already did. He can just keep doing that.
Just cha-ching.
So first thing I'm going to do is take you guys through my new studio because I just moved. For everyone who watched Spin Up last year, you got a sense of my old studio, or some of you have actually been there and seen it. This is a smaller space. It's a little more out of town. We're kind of up in northwest Austin, I guess.
Yeah.
Even more so. Scott's girlfriend lives up here, so this worked out great. This place has a larger studio, but when you see the state it's in, you'll see why we're sitting out on the porch, because we literally moved everything in and then started doing all these video shoots. Dennis, love lady, what is up, man? Hey, that's pretty good. I like the $9.99. You know, it's like more of a bargain than 10. But thank you, Dennis. So I'm going to take you for a little walk around in there, and then I have a pile of stuff here that's been piling up this week from things that have been sent to me to review, or a couple things I've bought that I want to share with you guys and kind of show you, because there's some pretty cool stuff in there. I haven't made a video in a little while just because so much is going on, but next week's a lot slower. I know I've been promising everyone a date and a time for Spin Up. I actually got a quote last night from the venue. I was like, I got to have this before Friday. It came in higher than I was hoping, so I'm in a negotiation process with them right now. I will tell you, we're looking at early November right now is the time frame. I'm still trying to negotiate for a weekend, but they're significantly less expensive to use the facility on a weekday.
Yeah.
So it might actually be on like a Thursday. Okay. As a matter of fact, if you're in the chat and you would come to a Spin Up on a Thursday, let me know. I said most of the drunk people won't care. Might be cheaper flights and such, but like probably a Thursday Spin Up, and then a Friday and or Saturday fly days.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to, and hey, Ben, thank you for the super chat. Also, I need to talk to Kai about the next time we're going to do a meetup down in New Braunfels. There's this field down in New Braunfels that is just awesome to fly. It's huge. It's like one of the biggest. I mean, it's just amazing when there's nobody out there. So let me take you guys out, give you a little tour of the new space, and then I'll come back, and Scott and I will open some things.
I'm going to stay out here and watch your stuff. And make
Okay. So I'm out here in the parking lot of the new facility, and we'll go in. Now, this actually, believe it or not, used to be a church. And the cool thing is, in the studio, there is actually a stage. But this is kind of the reception area. And as you can see, we have all our chairs out here still. Hey, Matt, thanks, man. I appreciate that. And you said you'll come to a weekday Spin Up. So I'm glad to hear it. That might be the only case. But we're in the reception area. The only room that's almost a little bit set up right now is this room. This is where my editors will be sitting. Got a little art on the wall in here. And so far the walls are very bare. And as you can see in this room, this is all my boxes and video equipment that has not been put away or done anything with yet because I just haven't had time. Literally moved it all in last week, and it's just all sitting here. But this room is going to be like kind of a hangout room with a conference table and probably a sofa, something like that. Over here is office supplies, refrigerator, IT closet. We got our Synology backup drive there. We got our AT&T broadband modem. We got the restroom. If you need to rest, you can go to the restroom. It's all right in there. But this is the cool spot. This is actually the studio space. This is what I really got the space for. But as you can see, it needs a lot of work. Over on this wall, we put up this curtain already. That was us for sound dampening. This is going to be all shelves of our equipment. So I've got a couple of shelves already assembled over here. There is a back door for loadout. So if you're doing a shoot here, or if you are doing an event, like a live stream or something, you can actually bring all your gear in through this back alley. There's actually a nursery behind us, so that's kind of cool. There's lots of pretty plants and flowers back there. And this is the stage I was talking about, and it is raised about, I'd say about a foot, maybe 14 inches off the ground. And then we are going to put a black curtain up on this back wall over here. That wall over there is going to be the wall where we have different backdrops. So we'll be able to do a green screen or gray. Is going to be a permanent YouTube setup. So basically, next time I do this from here, I will have a YouTube setup back here that is here all the time so that I don't have to set it up every week and it's just there ready to go. So that's kind of the vision. This is a pretty good sized room. Despite the clutter, you can't really tell. It's probably about maybe twice, maybe 2.5 times the size of the former studio. So I'm super psyched about it. And the rent's a lot less. So it's a win-win in that regard. But we will go back out here, take a walk through the space. Scott's got his man bun back in, ready to rock. And we will put you back on the table. And you guys let me know if the sound's getting really bad. I'm just using the iPhone microphone because that's the best I can do today. So, over the past week, I think that looks crooked. Does that look crooked?
That looks crooked.
Does that kind of bother you a little bit? There we go. We're professional here, so there we go. Now that's straight. The other weird thing about that whole suicide thing is my wife called it in, and she ended up putting our address as the location. And so I guess people who get police alerts and stuff like that were all texting me like, "Dad, what's going on?"
Oh no.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. Well, what do we got over there, Scott?
Oh, you want to do the small one first?
Yeah, let's start with the small one. All right. So this was sent to me. This is called the MetaBird, and it is a remote control bird. So would you hand me the Go-Go bird? The other one there. Yeah. So if you haven't seen it, there's a video from this. Kai flew this a little bit. Chris Waters flew this a little bit. It's the Go-Go bird. It's actually really cool, and I gave 2 of them away. So a couple of people got these as prizes. But this one, look how tiny this thing is. It's supposed to work with your phone. This was sent to me by the company to review, so I always like it when that happens. Let's just take a look. I'm not going to totally pull it out here, but I want to see if we can get a sense of how big it is. Oh. Okay. Looks like it comes in pieces. There's the wings for this thing. And then here is, wow. Yeah, this is just like a little bird body. You see the eye there? And I guess the wings attached to it somehow, and the battery goes in. Oh yeah, it looks like it goes like that. That looks like a bird, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, almost.
On-off switch. So this one uses a phone app, so we're going to give that a try. I'm not going to assemble it right now because I really don't think I could. I probably need to read the instructions first. And then, in contrast to that, you want to hold up the Eagle? This is the new version of the Go-Go bird. It is a eagle for America, right there. It is a bald eagle, I would say. Does that look like a bald eagle?
Yeah, sure.
It's a bald eagle. It's basically a bigger version of the Go-Go bird, and I'm super excited about that because honestly, the Go-Go bird is one of the biggest surprises, coolest surprises I've had in a long time. Oh, thanks, man. Recombobulate that.
Yes.
The Go-Go bird, this guy here, I forget who won this. A couple people won these, but Chris Waters can tell you. Sunrise Water Media can tell us who won this one, or he flew this thing, and he can tell you how cool it was to fly. I will be giving away the Eagle to somebody after I've reviewed it. So this week I'm going to get it out, get it going, and review it, and we'll give it away. And I'll probably give away the other Go-Go bird. I actually bought a new Go-Go bird because I wanted to be able to contrast them in terms of their size and all that good stuff. Basically, there's a little joystick, and you fly at line of sight. But the coolest thing about the Go-Go bird is that, hey, Chris Hope, it actually has a RF. It has RF sensor in it, so as it flies towards something, it knows to duck and bob and weave and avoid stuff, which is, yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Ken Heron, gas money so you can attend Minefield on Saturday, August 21st in Brownsville, Tennessee. Hey, if you don't have it on your calendar, put it on your calendar. August 21st, Brownsville, Tennessee. Do you know what Minefield is? Did you ever see
No,
anything?
no.
Okay, so Ken Herron has a friend named Billy Tripp, and Billy is an artist. Now Scott here, as you can tell from his man bun, he likes art. Like guys with man buns usually like art, right? And Billy Tripp built this ginormous metal sculpture. I'll have to show you some pictures from it.
Okay.
And by sculpture, I mean it's like radio antennas, water towers. He's got boats like inverted, like vertically, I mean like full-size boats sticking up. Yeah. It probably takes up a good 2 acres of just stuff, and there's all stuff to fly through. So basically, chat. There's your plug for Minefield, but it is a really cool event.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Okay, so the next thing that we have, let's save that for last.
Okay.
We have, this is just a pack of Freewell ND filters for the FPV drone, the DJI FPV. Going to put those on and give them a try. I think they will help make the footage look a little cooler. But this is the Fly Nova. Now, this thing, here's why I got this. I actually bought this. They sent me a couple of these a year ago, 2 years ago, actually, January of 2019. And in January of 2019, when they sent me these, I made a video about it because I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. I'll make a video and see what that's all about. Anyways, since then, that video has gone nutso.
Really?
Yeah, it's got like 250,000 views.
Crazy.
And it's really, I have no idea who's watching this thing, but it's, so I bought another one and I'm going to make another video about it. I was like, okay, if that video is,
LEDs, man.
I guess so. Let me see if this has enough juice to turn it on. Have you seen this before?
No.
It's like a little frisbee, and you charge it up, and then you turn it on. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and then you throw it. Whoa, it's upside down. It's upside down. Sorry. All right. More jellyfish. Yeah, now toss it up. Whoa! And there it goes.
I'll grab it.
All right. I think it's on the other side now. It's coming back to you. Scott's chasing it all around the car. All right. See if you can toss it to me.
Okay.
It's coming back to you. You gotta nose it down towards me. So you throw it in the air and you catch it.
Oh.
You throw it in the air and you catch it. You throw it in the air and you catch it. Hey, what is up, Brian? Brian Richardson.
Hey, it's my brother.
With a super cool super chat. So yeah, this right here is the Fly Nova spinny disc. I don't know why somebody in the world likes these things. 250,000 views. How do you turn it off? How do you? Maybe you don't turn it off. Nope. Yeah, somewhere there's a switch on this thing. I'm going to do another video on this. I'd love your suggestions on what to do on this video. I know one thing I do want to do is see if I can chase this with an FPV drone. And I also want to see if I can put an Insta360 Go on top of it.
Oh, yeah.
And see if it'll fly with that.
Try it out.
See if you can figure it out. Yeah, you know, play with it. They're really cool. The big thing though is, how did I get 250,000 views on something where I spent maybe half a day making that video? There are other videos I've spent way more time making that have like 2,000 views. I don't get it.
Because you didn't try. That's why.
YouTube's a fickle beast.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, you know, like the spinners, those little fidget spinners. People love spinny light up stuff.
Yeah. No, I know. So anyway, that's what this is right here. This is a little guy. I did give a couple of these away. I'll give a couple more away once I've done my next video about it. But please email me, Kelly@ReadySetDrone, and tell me what I should do with this thing, because I want to get as many people to watch the next video as watch the first. Let's see. I thought I heard another bell of. You can't see the reflection of it. Hey, Ray Kelly. November 11th for Spin Up. All right, so actually, Ray Kelly, it's probably the week before. I'm actually looking at November 3rd, 4th, or 5th, or 4th or 5th, actually, Thursday, Friday. But again, mark it on your calendar, but just don't buy any tickets yet, because I still got to get a venue, nailed down, etc. All right, now the next thing I want to open up. I got to find here. I have a knife just for this purpose. And Chris Hope gave it to me.
Are you going to leave me on camera?
Yeah. All right, great.
So to fill some time, while I was in this field looking for my my little tiny hawk freestyle, looking at the ground, I found this fossil in the field. So it's pretty cool that like you can be into drones and also fossils at the same time.
Most of the guys in this chat are fossils, myself included. So there you go. Hey, by the way, this is the coolest knife ever. It gets a lot of use. Thank you, Chris Hope. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open this box over here that just arrived. It was on my front porch this morning, and let's see what's in here. It's from Newbie Drone. So if you don't know Newbie Drone, they are waving this knife all around. They make some equipment. They make some flight controllers. They make some FPV drones. They also sell aftermarket stuff. But I'm super excited about what's in this guy. It's newbiedrone.com if you want to go check them out. I'm a big fan of theirs. Their customer service is fantastic.
New bee, like
yeah.
A bee, like an insect.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a play on words. You're a newbie, but you're also a newbie. All right. Let's see what's in the box. First of all, there is a packing slip. Huh?
You gotta have the stickers.
You gotta have the Newbie Drone stickers. Whoop, there they go. I like stickers, just like everybody else. But more importantly, okay. So Kai, Chris Hope, and Jerry and Chris will know what this is. I got a new one. I got a second one. This is the Vivid. This is the Vivid 6S FPV. Mine got pretty beat up. I decided to get a second one. I have two controllers and 2 headsets. So a version 1 DJI digital headsets. So I thought I'd get a second one so that we could fly together, fly some time. But this is the Vivid. If you want a ready-to-fly FPV drone 6S, this guy is the shizzle. I love this drone. That one is super fun.
Yeah, it looks cool too.
It does look cool, but even more exciting. Oh, and it came with a Newbie Drone landing pad or mouse pad, depending on your inclination. And let's see, a Newbie Drone lanyard for your remote control in case it gets too heavy for your weak little arms. A Newbie Drone crop tool. Hey, and this one's actually got a ratchet in it. I didn't even order this. They just threw this in there. That's awesome. Here is all the spare parts for the Vivid frame. So if something should break, well, actually, my old one's kind of broken. So I'm going to use those to fix the old one. A Newbie Drone battery strap. But the most important thing, this guy right here. This one is the one I am so excited about. This is the Invisa 360. Hold on, why am I ripping this like a sucker when I have a very sharp knife right here I can use? All right, here we go. We're gonna pull right there. Pull this open. Oh man, Scott, your mind's about to be blown. Check this out. Oh, boom. Okay, this is the Invisa drone. Now, this is one of those invisible drones that uses a Insta360 1R. The 1R goes right in this slot right here.
Oh, wow.
And it has a lens facing up and a lens facing down. And for everyone who knows how 360 cameras or has had one before, how they work, they have a blind spot that's a plane. It's like a plane. That's why you can use a selfie stick and not see it. This thing has basically the plane is the drone. It also has a Caddx Vista unit in it. It has a Caddx camera on it, so it's fully digital. And what I think is really cool about this is it actually uses 2 batteries. So this side over here and this side over here, the batteries slot in, nice. And there's 2 XT30 connectors here. So you can put 2 4S batteries on this thing, and it's basically more balanced that way.
Yeah,
that's the whole
deal. Awesome, man.
Yeah, I've been wanting one of those. So Insta360, I think Sean Oz has one that he and Ed flew together, but it's an analog, and this is the first time I've seen a digital one. And plus, I really like Newbie drones, so If you go to newbiedrone.com, you can check it out. It's the Invisit 360. It just came out, and I'm super excited. I'm going to try and get it into the air this weekend and play with it. The funny thing, too, is I don't really use my Insta360 1R very often, so I'm excited to have a reason to use it here. But, yeah, I mean, between these two, I'm going to be all set. So, Scott,
yes, sir.
You have flown your Tiny Hawk Freestyle a bit. That's what Chris Hope started off on. That's also what Sunrise Water Media started off on. A lot of people have started off on the Freestyle. Have you tried digital FPV?
I haven't, no.
Okay.
So the first time I heard about FPV was at Spin Up last year when you did the thing with Rachel for the DRL.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Which I was just like blown away by that, and then got the bug. And so I was just like, I've seen you and the guys at Spin Up flying the tiny hoops around. I'm like, oh yeah, that's super easy, man. I'll get one of those. And got the Tiny Hawk thinking I was just gonna like start running with it. No, sir. Man, it's a lot more difficult than I thought. So new respect to all you FPV pilots out there.
And it takes 2 batteries, right? You have to put two 1S batteries in it. Yeah. And then, like, did you ever take it off inside? Did you fly it inside at all?
I did, yeah. It started inside.
Did it hit the ceiling? Did it just go?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing with that one. It's got a lot of punch out. That guy right there with the 6S on it has a ton of punch out too. Right. I mean, it's very, very easy to take off way too rapidly, knock the ceiling, go flying, or end up in a pasture.
Yeah.
But the thing with Scott is a designer and event producer, and what I'm hoping, his love for FPV is going to lead to is we talked about maybe organizing some races or some freestyle events here in Austin. Yeah. Being able to get people out, doing something like. There's actually, I'll spin the camera around in a minute. There's a really pretty little little grove of oak trees over there that would be fun to fly through. You got to really,
no doubt, man.
You got to really be careful. There's no prop guards on it. The other thing though that Scott and I have been talking about, and this is also something I've been talking about with Vinny, is starting to use these Cinewhoops more. And again, this guy I feel like with the 360 camera on it is going to be a really cool way to do some Cinewhoop footage stuff, flying around. Well,
it's heavier too, though, right? With the batteries, like, so you can get like more stable like shots, or would you just stabilize it in post?
That's a good question. I would say it is a little bit heavier when it has the batteries. I think the balance is really what helps it stay stable. Also, they really tout these 5-blade props as being very. I think with with more blades on rotor, it'll actually, and it's a pusher too. I don't know if you can tell, but no, wait, is it a polar? Which side? I'm trying to figure out which side is the top.
I was trying to earlier.
I think it's actually a polar. Yeah, I think it goes up like this. Sorry, I don't know. I really need to figure that out before I set it down and have it upside down like this. But yeah. There's a couple of things you can do. Number one, you can shoot with the stock flow state stabilization in a GoPro or the Rocksteady in a and I'm talking about more like if you mounted it to that guy over there. This is going to use the Insta360, which has, I think that's called flow state stabilization is the name of theirs. But then there's this program. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called RealSteady. No. Okay, so the way RealSteady works is you actually shoot in normal mode. You don't put on any stabilization. And I think it's RealSteady's used with GoPros, like the Hero 7, 8, and 9 uses RealSteady. And then, as I understand it, I haven't used it, but Vinny's shown me a demo of it. You just fly normally, and you don't do any in-camera stabilization. And then, apparently, there's metadata that's written about using the gyroscope in the camera. You load the footage. You load the metadata file. It's like a little text file or something. Yeah. RealSteady reads it and says, okay, at this point it was here, and then it goes in and uses the data to stabilize the footage. And apparently it does like a just amazing kick-ass job.
Algorithms, crazy.
Algorithms, am I right? Am I right? Here's the algorithms.
Hell yeah!
All right. So RealSteady is something that I have not played with much. As a matter of fact, if anybody in the chat has used RealSteady, I'd love to hear your opinion on it. I think Dad Random's probably used it a few times, and maybe even Kai has used it for a few things. But the point being that it's one of these things where you can take footage that you shoot that might have a little bit of shake or tilt to it, and just kind of smooth it all out.
Right on.
But the big thing too with FPV is you want a little bit of that turning. You don't want it to just be like a flat horizon the whole time, or else it's kind of boring.
Sure.
But you want to have that little bit of turning. But anyway, we'll see. I'm excited to give this guy a go.
Yeah.
To chase the go-go bird and such. So, from your experience with the Tiny Hawk Freestyle, do you feel like you want to get into bigger drones, or what's?
Well, I've been going down. So I started with the Typhoon, the big one. And
that's right. How big is a Typhoon? That thing is like a beast,
it's
right?
a beast. Yeah. I mean, it's probably this big.
You still have it?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I gotta fix it, but I mean, that's where my soldering skills come
What's broken?
Oh, the whole wing arm came off, so I had to buy a new case for it.
Okay, so there's a case, and you can take everything out and put it in the new case.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so but I had to, because the props are in the molded plastic part, so I had to unsolder the motors, and then put all the guts back in, and then solder the motors back. So that's the part I'm having trouble with at the moment. But.
Does anybody? I don't know if anybody else out there has a Typhoon or a Unique. Does Unique still make drones? Are they still in the game? I don't feel like I've seen a new one in a while.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't.
Okay.
Not since the Mantis, I think. But
the Mantis, what, about 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so they've been getting significantly smaller, right? The ones that I've been buying. And basically, and then they all have the built-in. I don't know what it's called, but it helps you fly it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, GPS and built-in stabilization and all that stuff.
That's the Tiny Hawk. Just my skills. I realized how terrible my skills were.
Were you flying the Tiny Hawk in stabilized mode, or do you know if you were stabilized or not? Like were you able to flip it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were flying in either acro or horizon mode.
Right.
Okay. Cool. Wow.
So I was trying to do it inside and get it stable and just floating a little bit. So I was trying to work on my skills that way.
Were you doing it with the goggles on or line of sight?
Line of sight.
Okay, FPV drones, line of sight. Unstabilized drones, line of sight are really bad. Okay, come on, buffering. Stop that. Sorry for the buffering, guys. The big thing with the Typhoon 2, though, was it was pretty loud, wasn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so you're not going to be able to fly it indoors. Oh, you were trying to fly it at the concert.
I was trying to, yeah. I was trying to fly it in the event. And that's why, because it was drifting, because it needed the GPS or whatever.
Right. So if you had been a better pilot, you could have recovered and brought it around. Man, I look really red in that shot. Do I look red? I mean, I look like a friggin' pool ball. What's anybody know what number the red ball is?
I don't know.
I know 9. 9 is yellow. I know black is 8. But I don't know.
You're talking the wrong person.
I don't know what. Yeah. Anyway, so the video shoot that I was on today was really cool. It was at the owner's house of an air conditioning company.
3 is red, he says.
3 is red. Thank you, Dennis. It was the owner of an air conditioning company. Really, really cool guy. But get that? See what I said there? He has it's a local company here in town. We're doing a video for them, and the thing is, it's air conditioning, electric, and plumbing all under one.
Okay.
And so this guy has the most decked out house because of the electric. He's got LEDs, custom LED lights around his front door and on his back porch, and just LED strips, and they also have a sheet metal fabrication in their shop as well. Cool. So he's got all these metal lights that they made. It was really cool. But anyway, I was
good person to know.
Yeah. No, I'm super excited about having his company do my AC and stuff, but. I think that's why I'm so red. I was standing next to all those bright lights. So here's the thing. Oh, 11 is red also. Sunrise water's at 40. I'm going to read some of these comments here. Scott said, or Mike Richardson says, I remember when Scott opened his Typhoon at the lake for the first time and flew it straight into a tree.
Absolutely.
Hey, see that tree? Hold my beer. Nice. So guys, this was a bit of a pop-up show, and I say that because I had intended to have the studio ready to go, to introduce the new studio, to be able to say for sure this is when Spin Up is happening, and be there, be square, which that hasn't happened. The studio is still in a bit of a state of chaos, as I showed you guys a little while ago. It'll be really nice once it's all set up in there.
Absolutely.
Scott's actually like I said, he's an event person. We've worked together for 20 years now.
Yeah.
He's 20 years probably.
Yeah.
Coming up on that.
You like showed me the ropes, man.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
I worked with his dad, and then he brought his son in to work with us. And
you really are a fossil.
I was kind of right in the middle. Yeah, I'm one of those. I'm beautiful, and I've got little lines, and I'm hard as a rock. I mean, in a muscular kind of way. Anyway, so Scott does events, but the cool thing is he's kind of pivoted into doing live streams, and is doing live streams at a pretty high level as far as bringing in guests, having multiple presenters. Just tell us a little bit about what you do in the live streaming world.
So what I've been doing a lot of in 2020 is like social events or like
fundraisers.
Yeah. So the big part of a fundraiser is like the live auction and trying to sell stuff for charity, and it's fun to do in a live situation. But we try to do that virtually. There's a couple of super chats there.
Yeah.
Try to do that virtually, like the real time, the latency in the stream starts becoming a real issue when you're bidding on high price stuff. So trying to get latency down in streams and then being able to communicate over the internet in real time. And also now we're starting to move into hybrid events where there's an in-person audience and a virtual audience, and it's kind of like just all changing, man. And I'm learning a lot, and again, more respect for the stuff you do, and just.
Yeah, you mean my shitty little front porch telephone thing?
Yeah, well,
hey, you know what? We're having a good time. I want to say thank you to Dinah Drone as well as Steve Carpenter. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for the congrats. Hey, and I will say with regard to Spin Up, no matter what happens this year, I say no matter what happens.
Be careful.
Yes. The very high likelihood is it will be both, right? We're going to do a live stream, a highly produced live stream, multi-camera with switchers, kind of like we did last year, plus an in-person event. So that's kind of our plan is if you can make it here to Austin in early November, great. We would love to have you fly together, etc. But if you can't make it, we will have a live stream that will be higher quality than it was 2 years ago. Probably last year's was pretty good, I thought. So similar in nature, but also in a bigger space. The venue I'm looking at is actually a really big space, has a big outdoor space, and we would have the ability for people to perhaps even join us remotely, like coming in via Zoom and stuff like that, kind of like we did last year. So anyway, that is the plan. I just have to get a contract in place because I don't want to tell you guys a date and a time and have you guys buy tickets and all that sort of thing and then have to change it. And thank you, Michael. Texas Architecture Drone Guy says he'll be there whatever day it is. So I appreciate that. I really am looking at probably November 4th or 5th. That's kind of where I feel like that's a good spot. It's before Thanksgiving, holidays, and all that stuff. Electric Jellyfish, they're Pint House. They're really, really good, but they're also really strong. So you kind of got to sip them because you will be feeling like an electric jellyfish if you aren't careful after that. Now, Tater Rogers is one of the musicians that did the Ready Set Drum song.
Oh yeah,
he did the kind of real soulful country version of it.
Cool.
Which I want to play guitar with you.
That was a great thing for Spin Up, like that song remix that you did. I loved it. Everybody did a great job, man.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and of course Sunrise Water Media, and there were several people who did some rap versions of it and such. So it was a lot of fun.
Some rap versions?
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
Oh yeah, there was like some kind of gangster rap going on. Okay. What is up, Brad? Thank you. Spin Up any day for the week works for me. Congrats on the new space. Appreciate that, Brad. And again, thank you for the package. It really made my day. It actually arrived 2 days ago, and I, like a dummy, I forgot the coasters because I could really use them. Brad also, by the way, did the coasters for the Florida Drone event. So he was the one that actually put them out and made them for the Florida Drone event, which I thought was pretty cool. Anybody got any questions? Anybody want to ask me anything? Ask Scott anything? I'm as I said, I've got a backlog of stuff here that I need to make videos about. I'm really, of all the things, this is the one I'm the most excited about. Just getting this guy in the air and seeing what that invisible drone kind of thing looks like. I have been also trying to expand my opportunity for flying indoors. And so I have a buddy with a bar who has told me that we could make a FPV fly through of his bar.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But he wants to see me do it with nobody there, like early one morning before they open. He's like, I want to make sure you're not going to kill anybody. I'm like, well, I can't promise anything, but yes, I'll do it. I'll do it early in the morning. Dennis was asking what model of Fly Nova. It is the what fly? Didn't know there were models.
The blue one.
Hand-operated drone, adults, outdoor fun, blue, new, made in China. Doesn't say a model number on it. Turn it back on for a second. These little guys are actually, they really are kind of fun. Did the lights come on? You got to flip. There's a little switch you got to flip. Oh, up. Maybe it's dead too because I haven't charged it. There we go. Then you spin it.
And it has it says up right there, so you know which way it is.
Okay. Just a little sticker on it. All right. Hey, ready? We're getting good at this. This passes for entertainment. Oh, long arm of the law, baby. Oh, nice.
Behind your back.
All right. Try it. Whoa!
And it's done.
And it's done. Yeah. So, wait. So, Dennis, there's a Pro and a Mini. Okay. I will look at that. That's well, Dennis, go watch my video. Like I said, 250,000 views. I'm not bragging about that. I'm quite honestly shocked about it, and that's why I got another one because I'm like, I got to make part 2 of that video because it was so dang popular and actually pretty easy to make. All right, so Fern Blitz has a question. Is the 2020 relaunched Phantom 4 Pro V2 different than the 2018 Phantom 4 Pro V2? I think the answer is no. I think I don't know. I don't think there's any difference. I own one. I'm trying to think. You know what? Actually, there may be. Well, so with the Phantom, the original Phantoms, of course, used Lightbridge, and then they switched to OcuSync. And I'm thinking that maybe the V2 is compatible with the Smart Controller, whereas the V1's not for the Phantom 4 Pro V2. I know that the propellers were a little different. Fern, let me do a little research into that, but I don't think there is any difference. I don't think they've upgraded. If somebody knows about that, let us know in the chat. But I don't think they've upgraded the Phantom 4 Pro V2 between those two at all. It's a great drone. It's got a mechanical shutter. It's the only one that has a mechanical shutter. So if you're looking for that look, like if you have fast action, like you're trying to chase race cars or something, it's really good for that versus the digital shutter. But have you seen the new Air 2S? Are you familiar with that one?
No.
So the Air 2S is a smallish drone. It's probably about the size of this. I actually have one in my car right now, but I'm not going to get it. And the Air 2S is about the size of this. Has a 1-inch sensor. Shoots 4K 60. Just does, it's really just kind of crazy how good the camera is in that thing. It's really a good little drone. Very, very good to see people starting to fly a little bit more FPV and also kind of transitioning from the bigger drones like the Uniques and stuff like that and the Phantoms into the smaller ones. I just feel like it's so much more portable, a little bit safer, easier to fly, etc. Well, guys, that's really kind of all I got tonight. Unfortunately, I have an episode of 2 Minutes of Hope, but I can't play it because it's on my phone. I'm doing this on my phone. I'm sorry, Chris. I wish I had gotten my act together a little bit better. But my intention is either next week or the following to do a really big episode of First Friday, even though it won't be on First Friday, to announce Spin Up, to play 2 Minutes of Hope. I also have some videos from Captain Ray Kelly that I need to play back. So I have a lot of stuff that I need to make up for. You guys saw the state of the studio. It just wasn't ready to go. And honestly, I almost just decided I was super tired from being out all day. When Scott showed up, I rallied. And by the way, I feel like I owe it to you guys. If I say I'm going to be here, I should be here. So Anything you want to add?
No, look forward to the first Friday, man. So I'm glad you did it. I'm glad to be here.
I am glad to be here too. I'll leave you guys with a couple of thoughts. Again, first weekend or end of the first week of November is what we're looking at for Spin Up. As soon as I have a contract that I can deal with in terms of pricing, I will let you know. As soon as tickets go on sale, just put a tentative hold on like the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and because I think if we do it on a Thursday, we'll definitely have Friday and or Saturday to emulate that, give people more opportunity to fly and network and stuff like that. Don't give up on me. I'm going to be putting out more content very soon. Just the last couple of weeks have been kind of crazy, but next week and really the foreseeable future, the summer and such, I have a lot more time. I want to get more consistent with my content, and certainly I have plenty of stuff to talk about here.
That's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm very excited. So, for all of you joined, I will sing the song for you, because I usually play it at the end. When I fly, I won't fly alone. I'm gonna fly with Ready, Set, Drone, because Ready, Set, Drone will always fly with me. Bye, guys.
Later.